it. Taking flights ain't nothing to it. Respect my craft, no cap. I wear several different hats, but in the end, I'm just me. I'm fluid. Coming through from the loot, I hold it down. Just ask anybody I care about. Young G and still I hold the clout. Navy vet flying for propeller jets. Just a tech in the back where I mostly slept. Wake up, what's up? What country's next? So can you blame me? Damn right, I want the best. I worked hard for this life that I possess. God bless what he made my fate in this. Smart girl passing each and every test. Fine as hell and I'll still outwork the rest. That's probably why they throwing bread. I call it respect. I'm a boss, that's facts. I'm too lit.
Hey guys, so I'm here in my room in Peru, and I just want to kind of show you guys my view because it's amazing. The whole feeling is amazing. I wish you guys could be here, but just to give you just a little bit of a taste here. This is the view from my bed. Stimulate my mind, know my type exceeds the limits. I wanna talk skies, moon aligned and hieroglyphics. Don't wanna fantasize vacation time, we taking visits. Just how beautiful. Just stay fluid and consistent. An open mind can explore each and every existence. So stay persistent and every time you gon' end up gifted. And see if you don't like how that pancake starts to flip it. Serene. Beautiful. So I'm not going to spend too much time telling you about where we stayed, but it was such a beautiful resort that I wouldn't be doing you guys justice if I did not tell you where we stayed. So we stayed in Samadhi Resort. You can find them at Samadhi Sacred Valley on Instagram. And I'm going to have that link below too, so you don't have to go too far to figure that out and find all the information. But so at this resort, each house that we were staying in represents a different chakra. So you have, in the beginning, you have the red house, and it's red on the inside, where it represents the root chakra. And then you have the house with orange that is for your sacral chakra, and so on and so forth. And it was so beautiful. The flowers and everything around it, they also corresponded with the chakra. So you just had this beautiful array of flowers going all the way up, and the houses are aligned up the mountain as well. So we had a lot of hiking up and down them stairs, but it's so beautiful that you won't even mind, to be honest. All right, enough of that. Let's get back to the trip. So Rainbow Mountain is actually a newer attraction. It's only been around for about 5 or 6 years. And it came about because of climate change. So the climate change actually melted the snow that was on top of the mountain, and with the snow melting and dripping down the mountains, it caused some corrosion on the mountain, and that corrosion is what led us to getting the beautiful rainbow effect of the mountain. I'm a real one, don't step forward unless you bring in place. But most important, learn my mind, cause that's gonna make you stay. And if almost to the top. I ain't gonna have to say that energy is important. Protect your day to day. Nothing should be forced. Say hi, Liz.
Sending love from Peru.
Yes, all the love.
We're making it with our 2 mother-given legs.
Right? Made it all the way. Well, we still gotta go all the way up there, but made it all the way through. That rose some concrete, controlling the elements that surround me. I use the ground to stand above me. That pressure ain't a thing. Y'all let it go, it ain't. I'm everything. Give my warning. A little more. All of that love, but I can still close that door with peace. And I done it out. Yes, they have horses, so if you don't want to climb all the way up, you can take their horse and they'll walk the horse all the way up with you just to make sure that you get up there safely. We decided to go ahead and walk because, kind of have to feel like a badass. My ego was not going to let me ride no horse. Even though I love horses and I wouldn't mind riding a horse, my ego just wasn't going to let that happen. I had to be able to say that I hiked up 18,000 feet. And I did. I did it. Me and my friends, we had a great time. It was a challenge and it's going to be difficult. And I think one of the hardest things is the fact that it gets cold when you get up there. So when you're at the bottom, you're kind of warm because it's warm in Peru. But as you keep going up, it gets colder and colder and colder. So you have to make sure that you bring layers because you're going to need to put those layers on, especially when you get all the way to the top. It was freezing up there. And if you want to take on the challenge and then later on halfway through you feel like you don't want to take a horse, you don't want to walk anymore and you want to take a horse, they usually do have people like asking if you want to take a horse, like if they have their horse available halfway through too. So you could try it out, and if it's just not working for you, you could just take a horse. One thing that definitely helps with the elevation sickness and will help give you energy to get all the way up the mountain is chewing on cocoa leaves. Now, some people may think that this is controversial because it's a cocoa leaf, but it's a natural plant that grows from the earth, and it's for elevation sickness. It's just a custom that they have, and the cocoa leaves are really sacred to them. So don't just pick them up and just play with them and tear them. No, like they have sacred meaning and they really are a good plant. So you just chew on them, you put them in the side of your mouth and they'll dissolve in your mouth after you do a little bit of chewing. And they really do help you get energy. They help you, they help fight the elevation sickness. So I definitely recommend chewing on some cocoa leaves or making cocoa leaf water, and you just put it in your water and let it sit. And you can just drink that on your way up. I was drinking on some water, some cocoa leaf water when I was walking up there myself. We went in June. We went the first and second week of June. And our tour guide told us that was the best time because it's right when their winter starts. So you're there before the rainy season gets there. He also recommended getting there early in the morning. We left to get to Rainbow Mountain. We left our establishment around 4 in the morning. And it's about 3 hours from Cusco. So if you're staying in Cusco, you're probably going to have to do the same thing because you definitely want to get up there very early. We were done hiking the mountain by 11 a.m. So before noon even hit, we were already done. So that's how early you should get there because that's the prime time, the perfect time for you to be up there. The sun was high. So make sure you bring jackets, bring gloves, bring hats. I lost my hat, but it's okay. Bring all of that stuff with you because you are definitely going to need it. It gets cold. It gets so cold at the top. So keep that in mind, but definitely check out Rainbow Mountain. There are a few different places that you can go when you visit Peru, the Sacred Valley, or even Cusco. So if you're staying in Cusco, there are 1,000 different shops. You won't really need to go looking for any souvenir shops because they'll be right there in your face. An example of something that I bought while I was in Cusco is this beautiful tree of light, and it's got all citrine stones on here. So y'all know I am manifesting abundantly because it's hella hard. But the other market that we went to that you see these pictures here from was Pisac Market. Now Pisac was beautiful right in all the mountains, but it's Peru, so there's mountains everywhere. They have a bunch of just shops lined up, and there's like 1,000. I didn't even get to stop and look in all of them, but just a few things that I bought from there is this beautiful elephant. I love elephants, as some of you may know, and she's carrying a lot of stones on her back, and she's also what is she? This is Jasper. I think she's Jasper as well. They have a lot of moonstone, so I bought my friend a moonstone. I still haven't given it to her, but she'll get it eventually. And this is the stone for them. This is the stone of Peru, the Peruvian stone. I definitely forgot what it's called, but I just love the beautiful colors of it. It kind of reminds me of a turquoise. And I got my beautiful chakra necklace there at the Pisac Market. So it's a moonstone, and it has chakras that help with colors. It has stones that help with each chakra. In alignment going up and down the moonstone. This is my favorite necklace. Those are a few things that I got from Pisac Market, and I also bought a lot of gifts, bought some gifts for my niece and my nephews. And yeah, so definitely check them out when you're there.
Crazy people got me up at 4 in the morning. Machu Picchu! Gang, 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 gang! We all tired. All right, good night. Peace.
All right, y'all. The main attraction, Machu Picchu, the place that everybody talks about. So Machu Picchu was amazing. I've said it before, no camera can capture Peru, especially Machu Picchu, especially Rainbow Mountain. Like, I don't care how good your camera is, you cannot capture the essence of Peru in a camera, okay? Machu Picchu is the home of the Inca people and is one of the few places that managed to keep their purity and to keep their community intact. So when the colonizers were coming and trying to colonize and destroy everything, the Inca people went up into the mountains, they hid, and they were not willing to share their secrets. They were not going to share their traditions or their secrets with the colonizers. They did meet with them and talk to them, but they knew they had something special, and they knew that they were not going to just share it with some outsider. So that's one of the reasons why the colonizers couldn't really even survive out there, and they couldn't set up their shop. It still holds a great sacred energy because it's never been tainted. And Machu Picchu, they are just one with nature. The Inca people, they were one with nature. They aligned everything with the mountains. So you'll see that like the houses, they were all aligned with the mountains. Their windows even are in like a trapezoid shape. I don't know if I can do a trapezoid with my hands. Anyway, it's a trapezoid shape. And so just to represent the mountains. So they really were just one with nature. They were one with the animals. They had gardens, their personal gardens, of course, because food wasn't mass produced back then either. So it's just really a great, beautiful place. And so we hiked up the mountain even more because where you see the community and where the houses, that's not the real Machu Picchu. It's up a little bit more. The actual mountain is up a little bit more and behind some things. So we went up to a sacred location and we got to meditate, and that was just such a beautiful and enlightening experience, especially to be able to do it with such great people. This trip was amazing, and I know that you guys will love Machu Picchu, so definitely put it on your bucket list and don't miss out on this, okay?
Meanwhile, watching my siblings start their families. But what about me?
Now look out towards the hands. Tight shoulders. So that's why I said inversions help show you what you need to work on in your normal practice. So opening up your back and your shoulders is going to help. With Tim, he has shoulders and hip flexors. With Nia, it's core. Shoulders. There you go. Fuck your core.
Yeah, the yoga was the key element to this vacation, key element to this retreat. Of course it was a yoga retreat, but just being in such a sacred place and, feeling all of that beautiful, sacred, spiritual energy along with just the nature, and then doing yoga on top of it, like, it was amazing. And if you don't know DJ Townsell or Dara, you definitely need to check them out on Instagram. DJ's Instagram is Day2Shelby. I'm going to have his information linked along with Dara's, and hers is Pint Sized Nurse. So that'll be below so you guys can check them out. They travel. They are not only in one location. Dara, I believe, teaches in NYC, and DJ teaches in Orlando and all over. So check them out. That, like, I have never done a headstand. I've never been comfortable being on my head. And my first time even attempting to do it in DJ's class, I was able to at least get my feet up and, you know, hold the handstand for a little bit. And also Acro Yoga. I had never did Acro Yoga before, and I was able to really just get in there and be a base for somebody else and also be a flyer. Like, that was really dope. And just being able to connect with another person on just like a level of yoga, it was like, it's a different type of intimacy. It's not like sexual at all. It's just like great to be able to just put your trust in somebody and to feel somebody trusting you, you know, at the same time. It's an amazing experience. I definitely love Acro Yoga. That was my first time doing Acro, but I'm definitely going to be finding me some classes and doing it some more because that was fun. And Dara, she did our chakra workshop, so she broke down all the chakras for us, and really, like, she did a reading on us to tell us which chakras of ours were out of alignment and which ones were good. And it really gave me a lot of insight to some things that I've been dealing with. And she also did like restorative yoga, as you saw in the video. So definitely check her out. She's amazing as well. She did a few classes and just had us feeling great. So check both of them out. They're dope instructors, dope people in general. So I'm pretty sure you guys will love them because I love them.
Empty your mind. Release. 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 Release.
That pretty much wraps up the trip. So I'm just going to get into the food that we ate, and the food, by the way, was amazing, which is another reason why you should check out Samadhi if you're looking to book a retreat in Peru. All the food there was made fresh, so they have their own personal garden, and the garden is where they get their food from every single day. So everything that you're eating is fresh and organic, non-GMO, all of that. So needless to say, I felt amazing every single day. Even just being up in that high elevation, it makes everything hard, makes everything more difficult to do. So being able to eat such delicious, healthy food at the same time, it kind of just made everything okay to where I was able to just still stay active and do all the activities that we were doing. We also did pottery, and we had the option to do painting at the same time. So if you are looking to do a yoga retreat, definitely check out Adventures, because they were the ones who really put everything together along with DJ. DJ was the lead yoga instructor on this retreat, and I'm planning on going to every single one of his retreats from now on because this was amazing. So I'm very excited for our next retreat. Ours, like I own some shit, but for their next retreat. But I'm gonna be a part of it, so I don't even care. I'm gonna say ours because I'm gonna be there. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to get into the food, starting it off with my favorite meal through the whole trip. Now, this food was so amazing, but this meal in particular, check it out. As you see, the base is quinoa, and then you have these delicious bananas fried to perfection on top. Then you, in the middle of those bananas, you got curry vegetables, and then on top of your curry vegetables, you have shredded beets. Like, I could eat this meal every single day. If I had to, I really could, because it was that good. It was amazing. So this was by far my favorite meal. Here are some of my other favorite meals that we had while we were on the trip.
I'm not rushing things. There's just a part of my pain that drives me insane. I feel empty. Love, where is the one for me? The one that matches my life, knows how to get fly. The one that's just for me. Love, you've been on my mind.
And I want to give a huge shout out to Kevin, our photographer. He's responsible for a lot of the pictures that you saw here in this video. He's mad talented, so make sure you check out his Instagram page. And also a special shout out to DJ Townsell and also Dara, Pint-Sized Nurse, for hosting this beautiful retreat. And also a special shout out to Ozma with Adventures for putting everything together and really making sure that we had a great time on this retreat. And also shout out everybody that was on this retreat. You guys really made this a great time. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you for going on this journey with me. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. And please like and share so that I can get these watch hours up, y'all. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. And y'all stay blessed.
Can you ride with me? Can you ride with me? Can you ride with me? Can you ride? Yeah, can you ride?